Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to do a solve the question in mathematics, specifically on mensuration. But before we do that, please like, subscribe, and share the video so that you'll be the first person to be notified that you have posted a new video. So this is mensuration from a certain exam paper. You always find this kind of question in an exam, which is there to find the volume of the frustum. So what is a frustum? A frustum is a shape which remains when the top part of the pyramid is cut off. For example, in this case, this is a frustum made from a cone. So when the cone, the top part has been cut, so this part which is remaining is called a frustum. So how can we calculate the volume of the frustum? We use the formula for volume of that specific pyramid. Is in this case is the pyramid of the cone. So what is the formula for volume of the cone? So volume of the cone is equals to 1/3 pi r squared h. Volume of the cone is equals to 1/3 pi r squared h. So now if you use this formula direct, you will find the volume of the cone, which is a full cone. Now this is not a cone, it's a frustum. The top part has been cut off, so we have remained with what is called a frustum. So for you to calculate the volume of this cone or the volume of the frustum, you need to imagine as if we still have the top part of the cone. We need to imagine as if we still have the top part of the cone. So what to do is, you're first going to find the volume of the bigger cone which has been formed, then minus the volume of the smaller cone which has been cut off. Okay, so this can be illustrated using this distance here. If we've been given to say from there to there is 10 meters, the whole of this length is 10 meters, then the top part is given to say from here to here is 3 meters. Then they want you to find the distance of the remaining part. So what you're going to do is the total length minus the length which has been given for a smaller part, which is 10 minus 3, and it will give you the 7. Same thing is applying here. So you need to calculate the volume of the bigger cone, then minus the volume of the smaller cone will give you the volume of the frustum. Okay, so the formula will be volume is equals to 1/3 pi r squared h. I've used the calculators to represent the volume of the bigger cone, then minus 1/3 pi r squared h, the small letters for a smaller cone. Okay, so now if you check here, we have the radius of the bigger cone, which is 8 centimeters. We also have the radius of the smaller cone, which is 3 centimeters. But we do not have the height for the complete height for the full cone and the height of the smaller cone. The height of the full cone is starting from here up to here, of which we don't have. But the first part has been given, which is 10 centimeters, like that. Now the top part of the cone is not given. We don't know which is the height of the smaller cone, which can be represented by the small letter h. So from here to here is 10 centimeters. From here to here, we don't know, of which are going to represent by the small letter h. So to find this height, you need to use the formula for similar figures, the similar shapes, where the corresponding sides gives the equal ratios for shapes which are similar. So in this case, we are going to use the radius and the height, the one which we want. Okay, so we say radius of the smaller cone over radius of the bigger cone, which is equals to height of the smaller cone over height of the bigger cone. So what is the radius of the smaller cone? The radius of the smaller cone here is 3 centimeters. So we have 3 over radius of the bigger cone, which is 8, which is equals to height of the smaller cone. From here to here we don't have, which will just remain height, over the height of the bigger cone from there to there, which will be 10 plus the h which you don't have there. So 10 plus h gives you the height of the bigger cone. Then you cross multiply. This becomes 3 times 10, which will give you 13. 3 times h give you positive 3h, excuse me, which is equals to 8 times h, which is giving you 8h. You group the like terms together, 3 and the 8h, these are like terms, so the 3h goes there, remain with 13 is equals to 8h. When a 3 crosses the equal sign, it becomes a negative 3h, which you have 30 is equals to, now 8h minus 3, we have 5h. Divide by 5, divide by 5. This gives you h is equals to 6 centimeters. So the distance from here to here is 6 centimeters. So the distance from there to there is 6 centimeters. Okay. So when you find the height of the value of the h, that's when we can find now the volume of the frustum. So as to find the volume of the frustum, we find the volume of the bigger cone minus the volume of the smaller cone. Now we need to start replacing the values there, which will give us volume is equals to 1 over 3 times the pi is always given 3.142 times the radius of the bigger cone, which is 8 centimeters. So 8 centimeters to the power 2 squared. Then times the h. The height, the capital letter H is representing the height of the bigger cone, which is from here to here. So here is 10, then here it is 6. So 10 plus 6, we have 16. So the height of the bigger cone is 16 minus 1 over 3 times 3.142 times the radius of the smaller cone, 3 centimeters, to the power 2, then times the height of the smaller cone from here to here, which is 6. Now when we do that, you start simplifying step by step to avoid the problem. So you can simplify what you have this side, so that you're going to divide them by 3 later on. So we have volume is equals to, so you can raise this by a fraction. So you multiply everything on top, which is 1 times 3.142, which is giving you the same 3.142. Then times, we have 8 squared, which is 64. 8 times 8 is 64. So 3.142 times 64, then times 16. Excuse me. So this is giving us 3,217.408 over 3. That is 3,217 minus what we have there. Do the same thing. Raise this one as a fraction by dividing with 1 and multiply everything on top. So this becomes 1 times 3.142 times 3 times 3 is 9. So 1 times 3.142 times 3 times 3, which is 9. If you want, you can still use 3 times 3. So 1.2 times 3.142 times 9 times the height of the smaller cone, which is 6. So times 6 is giving us 169.668. When we divide by 3. Okay, so we can divide that by 3. So this divide by there, I already have it, so I'll just start with the same one. So the answer I got divided by 3, giving me 56.556. Then we have to divide the one which is this side, 3,217. Okay, 3,217 0.408 divided by 3 is giving us volume is equals to 1072.469. So minus what you had already found that side. So minus 56.556, which is giving us a volume is equals to 1015.19133. Okay, so according to our Zambian examination, they require you to leave the answer which is not exact in 3 significant figures. So you need to round off this number to 3 significant figures. So this will be 1, 2, 3. So volume is equals to 1, 0. So the next rounding digit there is more than 4. So instead of it being a 1, it becomes a 2. So the rounding digit here is more than 4. This is a 5. So the 1 will be added to 1, becomes a 2. Then this will be represented by 0 just to hold the place value. So volume of the frustum is equals to 1020 cubic centimeters. 1020 cubic centimeters. So that's how you tackle these questions when it comes in an exam. So whether it's a cone, whether the conical pyramid, whether it is the triangular pyramid, whether it is the rectangular or the square base pyramid, we use the same concept. So first find the height, they always leave this part for you to find this. Then later on you find the volume. So we do that by finding the volume of the full imaginary cone minus the cone which we assume that it was cut off. Then the answer we're going to get is the volume of that frustum. Okay, so for more videos, please, you can contact me on the number shown, 0972 36 50 11, especially for those who are writing G.C.E, early next month. So these videos, I always send them to each one of those who want help in mathematics, science like chemistry, biology, as well as physics. Okay, thank you. Have a blessed day.